Welcome to tonight's onboarding call. Hey, if you guys do me a favor, we do these calls on Zoom just so we can see your faces. Thank you, Arlie and Geraldo. If you guys would turn your cameras on, if you could, just so I can put a face with a name, it would be great. I love to see you guys' face. Thank you, Lori. Appreciate it so much. But if you guys can turn it on, I promise you, it just makes the experience a lot better than just seeing a black box. That's why we do them on Zoom and not do phone calls. So if you guys would be so kind to do that, I would greatly appreciate it. And I just want to say, welcome to the team, you guys. Thank you for being a part of this amazing, incredible journey. And I just, I say this every week, you're not just joining a team, you guys are joining a movement. You're stepping into a movement that has the power to impact so many lives around the world. And once you get into this business and you feel that, you're going to see what I'm talking about. Like I've been doing this now about a year and 3 months, year and 4 months, and this is going to change so many people's lives. And that's the passion that's going to help you be successful in this business. And this all starts with you. It all starts with you believing that. It believes with your mindset. And your mindset is the most important thing in life, you guys. Like I read so many mindset mental books because I believe everything rests right between here and being able to control this. And the way that you show up for this business every single day is going to determine how fast and how far you're going to grow in this business. Last week we did a training on Wednesday about how to get to manager. If you guys, you guys can go on our YouTube channel and watch that and how important it is to get to manager and how to get to manager in this business. But this is the coolest thing, you guys. When you guys signed up for this, you signed up to be an entrepreneur. And I think entrepreneur is one of the coolest words out there because entrepreneur means freedom. The freedom to make the amount of money that you want, a freedom to design the life that you want. Now, being an entrepreneur can be hard. There's going to be a lot of hard days. There's going to be a lot of tough days because being an entrepreneur, you got to have discipline. You got to do things when you don't feel like doing it. And that's the toughest thing in life is doing things when you don't feel like doing it. I don't know if some people jumped on here, but just understand we have interpretation, you guys. You guys can turn that on in the corner if you guys are in here in Spanish. Um, the coolest thing about being an entrepreneur is that you guys are building something that is yours. You own it. It's yours. And how successful it is or how unsuccessful it is all based on you. But this is something real, you guys. It's something with a purpose. That's why I was so drawn to this business is because it actually has a purpose. There's a lot of things that, people do in life and a lot of things that people share in life, but there's no real purpose. And this has purpose. This is people's wellness. This is people's future. This is people's health. So if this is your business and you're an entrepreneur, you got to treat it with seriousness. You got to treat it with consistency and you got to give it the heart that it deserves. I remember my defining moment in this business when I was like on the fence. I was like, God, here's this thing. Like people are gonna think I'm crazy for sharing this. And I had this lady that came up to me crying and sobbing about how this changed her kids' lives. And I remember in that moment that it became my social responsibility to share this with every single person. And sometimes, we have people that wear this patch for 3, 4, 5, 6 months, and they're like, I don't feel anything anymore. What's your new normal? You remember what you felt. You remember the pain that left your body. You remember the impact that it had on you. And so don't forget that as time goes on, we get used to things and it becomes our new normal. So the other thing I want you guys to do is to learn everything you can. I remember when I got in this business and I heard the first onboarding and the first opportunity call, I was like, oh my God, I have so much to learn. I have so many things I got to learn about this business. But I just went all in. And we have so many powerful resources, you guys. My team and I have created a bunch of resources for you guys. I'm going to show them to you tonight. We have our website, we have school. You have the website for LifeWave. Take the time to go through them. Everything in my life, all the reason that I've had success is all came from knowledge. Learning what not to do, learning what to do, practicing, executing, implementing. And once you do that, you're going to create confidence. And when you have confidence, what it's going to do is it's going to drive momentum. but you got to show up for the weekly trainings. Now I'm gonna put somebody on the spot tonight because I had a meeting with him. Jeffrey J, you see on here, is not even in my organization. I thought he was in my organization because he shows up to every single call that I have, plus other calls, because he's dedicated to taking his business to the next level. He is invested in his business. He doesn't have to do that. He's not even a part. I didn't bring him in this business. Nobody on this call brought him this business. But he's here because of the value that he receives. He's here because of the trainings. He shows up every single week. And that's what it takes to be successful in life. And I know life gets in the way. You can't attend live. 6 o'clock is not a good time. I'm on the way home from work. I get my kids, or well, we record everything. You can watch the replay. You can watch it 15 minutes a day. Make sure your team watches it. Make sure your team knows the resources exist. Give them all the tools that they need to be successful. Because every single call you guys listen to or watch live is a chance to sharpen your skills and build belief. Belief is everything, you guys. It's absolutely everything. It's what drives your religion. It's what drives your marriage. It's what drives your business. It's what drives everything. Belief is everything. This product isn't just another supplement or a gadget, you guys. This technology is going to change humanity. I believe that from the deepest part of my soul. And what's going to create success for you is once you believe that. Because when you truly believe, sharing is going to become natural. Notice I didn't say selling. You're not selling anything. You're sharing. And you should share this with everyone. And when you start sharing it with everything, that passion will become contagious and people are going to listen. And just share with everyone, everywhere you go. Just I want you to imagine just planting seeds everywhere you go. Plant seeds. And then you have to water them. You have to follow up. You have to talk to people. But when you follow up, don't follow up with the patch. Follow up with what you talked to them about. And then they're going to follow up and ask you, are you still doing that patch thing? How's it working? Listen, a friend of mine just signed up. He was one of the first ones I called back in July. A year and 4 months later, he's now in the business. I had an hour conversation with him last week. He was like, oh my God, that thing. Are you kidding? I'm not going to do that patch thing. But now he's doing it. So it might take someone a year. It might take him 2 years. It might take him 3 years. But here's the best part of all this, you guys. You're not doing this alone. The coolest thing about this business is we have this community. You can show up for these meetings. We have events. You can show up for events. There's company events. We can show up. There's a community. That was the coolest thing about being in the Allstate world when I was an insurance agent is every year we had meetings. I would see the same people every year. The greatest thing ever is that. And I want you to leverage that. We have a system that you guys can plug into. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You can use our website. You can use our school. Every certain person that signs up, even if they haven't signed up, share it with them. Share the school. Share the website. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You just got to follow the one that's proven to work. The one that's working for us and a lot of other people. Invite people to our opportunity calls on Tuesday. On our calendar, on our website, we have opportunity calls from other people, Monday through Friday. There's training calls on there. Invite people to them. Tonight, what I want you guys to take away from this is I want you to go through your phone and the four people that trust you more than anything, that you know that if you call them and say, hey, we're doing this together, get them on the call tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Get on the call and let's get them signed up. Let's get you to manager because that's how you get to manager in this business. Invite them to the calls until you learn how to talk about this business. Leverage the team because this is the way this business works, you guys. This is what I love about this is it's personal development. We all rise together. We all learn together. My wife and I love this business because we are in this for something bigger than ourselves. This isn't just about sales. It's about human transformation. It's about being part of something special, you guys. something rare in this day and age, something the world desperately needs right now. There's so much separation, there's so much division. Most people won't even turn their cameras on. There's just a disconnect. We're not in community. I want to be in community. I want to get to know you guys. Let's get to know each other. Let's build a business together. Let's do something special. All right. I want to walk you guys through your back office really quick. Okay. Some of you have heard this that are on here. Good for you guys being on here and learning over and over and over and repetition and hearing this. For you that just joined the business, I see a lot of new names on here. I want to take you through the back office. Now, when you log into your back office, just explore. Get in, look at some reports. If you have questions, call customer service, ask Lola, ask Evelyn, ask Justin these questions. This is what I did. I just got in and explored. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys really quick. So this is the LifeWave back office, right? So back office, lifewave.com login. Okay. You're going to put your username, which is the one you signed up with, in your password, and you're just going to hit login. This is your website. For $295 or $535, whatever you spent to join this business, start your business, you get a website that you can run and control your business. It has everything about your business right here. Okay. The first thing I want you to do is up here where you see your name. Ours is in an LLC. Now, I have training on how to set up an LLC and why you should set up an LLC, but we set up ours up in a corporation. The company pays a corporation because there's tax write-offs, there's all kinds of expenses that you can write off inside of this. Gas, if you go travel, if you're having a conversation with someone, you can write all of those things off. You can talk to your accountant about this, okay? I'm not an accountant. Call your accountant. But you're going to click on your name. The first thing I want you to do is go in and change settings, okay? All of these things here, you see the edit button, you can go in here and change all of these things here, right? We're signed up so we can write business in all the countries. And then you're going to click on each tab here and go in and answer these questions and update everything that you want to update right here. Okay? That's the first thing that you're going to do is go in and edit your profile. The second thing you're going to do is I want you to understand how to change your legs. What that means is this is a binary plan, okay? Binary means you have two legs. When you enroll someone on your team, it's either going to go on the left leg or the right leg. Super simple. All right. The reason why this is so important is because when other people come in, let's say you signed up on your upline's left leg and he puts someone on his left leg, that person goes below you and you get credit for their volume and you can make money off of that volume. Then that means you got to build your right leg. Now you still want to build your left leg so they're even. But when you sign people up, you want to go left, right, left, right, left, right. And where you change that is right down here. So you can see right now it's on build left. If someone signs up on my left leg, I'm going to go here. I'm going to hit build right. It's going to say, yep, it's updated. I put someone on my right leg, then I'm going to click build left and it's going to update it. That's where you change your legs inside of the back office. Okay. Now, how to check your monthly subscription order. This is really, really important, you guys. If you signed up and you didn't sign up for a monthly subscription, you need to do that. There's a couple reasons why. Because before you hit manager, if you don't have a monthly subscription order and you go inactive, you could lose the volume that your person that you're under is bringing in the business. And that's money. You can make money off of someone else. Okay. But if you're inactive, you lose all that volume. It just goes away. It disappears. Okay. So in order to stay active, you have to have at least 55 PV. That means you have to have one sleeve of patches every single month on auto ship. Now, once you hit manager, you need to have at least two sleeves. So that's $200 a month for two sleeves for yourself or for you to share with other people. But you have to have two sleeves, which is $199 a month. That's your rent that you have to pay to get paid. But if you're a manager, you're making money. Okay. You have to have that auto ship set up. To see where that's at, if yours is set up, there's a tab up here that says monthly subscription orders. You're going to click on that. And the website's a little slow. So this is my monthly subscription orders right here. This is what we get every single month. If yours is empty, how you set it up is you go to store and you go to patches and you click on patches and then you're going to pick the X39 and then you're going to go down here and it says add to monthly subscription order. Now, if you signed up October 3rd, you need to make your monthly subscription for November 2nd. Don't chance it because you could lose all your volume. So you're going to hit add to monthly subscription order. It's going to give you a green box up here. This is a little deceiving because you have to go to this cart and check out. Okay. And then you're going to go through this process. Once you go through the process and check out, go back into monthly subscription orders and make sure that it's showing up. Okay. That's really, really, really important. Okay. Now, the next thing is how to find your enrollment link. So when someone wants to either buy it as a customer or buy it as a brand partner, they're going to ask you for your link. What you could do is go into organization and hit enroll new, global enrollment, and then just check this box right here, join now. And then this is your link for the brand partner. Copy, paste, and put that in your notes on your phone. So if someone asks if they want to join the business, you can just copy and paste and send it in a text, WhatsApp. Now, I did a training a couple weeks ago on technology, on ManyChat, on boards, on iDecide. Check that training out because this will also show you how you can set this up on your boards. And you can have this link where you just click on it and it send it out from your keyboard. Okay. I'm not going to get into that tonight, but there is a training on there out there on this that you could do that. But for now, you can save it to your notes. Now, if you want to send out a customer link, you're just going to scroll down and hit click on preferred customer program. Same thing. You're going to copy and paste this link, which is the customer one, in your notes on your phone. Okay. And that way you have it readily available. Now, how do you check commissions? Okay. How we check commissions is to go in here. Now, there's a couple places. This is current, this is real time. You can see what your commissions are real time right here on this screen. But you can also go in here and click on commissions. And this is going to show you all your commissions for the whole time that you've been with the company. Okay. And when you click on that, you can go down here and see where you made all the money inside the commission program. Okay. So everything is right here. You can click on that and see I made 5,600 in a cycle bonus and matching bonus. We made 4652. You can see all of your commissions right here. Okay. This is where you see all of the commissions. Okay. Now, the next thing we're going to look at is how you upgrade your package. So let's say you bought a core and you're like, I want to get advanced, I want to upgrade to advanced, or I want to advance to premium. You can always upgrade one time to each level. So if you want to upgrade to advanced from core, it's 295 minus 535 is $240 difference. You just pay that difference to upgrade to that advanced pack. If you want to upgrade to the premium pack, then you just pay the difference. You can only do that one time. But in order to do that, you go to store and down here below sales tools, it's going to say upgrade package. You click on that. We're already at the premium, so we can't upgrade. It's not available, but if it's available, it's going to say upgrade package. Click on that and you can upgrade your package. That's where you upgrade your package. Okay. And then what I want to show you really quickly is here's a resource tab in the back office. Just go through this and see all the things that they have down here. Okay. This is just information about the company as well as education on the enhanced comp that's coming out. Okay. As well as we have a website. Okay. The website, and Justin will put it in the chat, it's wellnessrev.org. Okay. And this website was built for you guys to use as a tool. You can use it for recruiting. You can use it as a tool when new people come on to onboard them. But just if you go through all these tabs, I'm going to go through a couple of them quickly. But the first thing, the reason why we have this on here is get on board, right? You want to get on board. We want to give you all the information to start your business. All right. So it says down here, there's a couple videos. Get ready, get set, go. And all just go through these videos and watch them. It's going to help you get ready, get set, go. These are all the chats that you want to join. These are all information chats. You can just click on these and join them right from your phone. As well as these are all the training calls that we have in all of our organization. This is it. Be the lights, wave makers, all the training is right here. And all you have to do on your phone, if you want to go in here, tonight's call at 6 p.m., you're going to click on this, and right here's a Zoom link. You don't need to wait for something to come in a chat. You can just go right in our website and pull up the training, as well as these are some training modules. Everything that I'm talking about tonight, we've done in 2 to 3 minute videos. So if you want to know how to sign up, how to set up an e-wait list, how to upgrade your kit, how to view your personally enrolled, all the stuff that you need to know inside of here to get your business launched, as well as help other people do the same thing. The importance of hitting manager, okay? Why that matters. This is also our school platform. This is just a training platform that has videos from 3 to 5 minutes on here. You could join that by clicking on join our school. We'll approve you and you'll have access to all of our training videos inside of here. Okay. So you just hit join group, put your information in, and you will have access to all of the training that Jimena, my team, and everyone has done. Okay. Super, super, super helpful. Okay. Comp plan. This is the comp plan that we have now. Once the comp plan is enhanced, then we will share that here. Community. This is where we'll share which we have to choose. Actually, tomorrow, Justin put down the calendar, brand partner of the month. We're going to recognize here. And then any rank ups we have, we'll have you on our website for your rank ups, as well as our book club. You could join our book club on Wednesdays at 1 o'clock, but these are all the books that we've read in here. If you want to get this book, The Happiness Advantage, which is the next one we're going to read, I believe, you just hit shop now and it's going to take you right to Amazon for you to buy that book. Okay. So this is that testimonials. Anybody on here have a testimonial? If you could put something in the chat so that Justin could get with you, put your phone number in there so he could call you, and so we could add to our testimonials. This is for all of our brand partners, for you guys to be able to use and send people here to hear about the testimonials that other people are having in this business. Okay, as well as our wellness regimen. This is all about great wellness, right? So we have our morning regimen, what we do in the morning, as well as all the vitamins and supplements that we take. They're all on here, as well as the links. If you want to get them, what him and I do every day, you can click on this link. These are not affiliate links. We're not selling anything. This is just what we use and take every single day. As well as there's a resource tab on here with all of our resources for you guys to use. You guys can go through here. Some of these can be edited and made, put your team name on it if you want to. This is just a vault full of resources for you guys to use, how to handle objections. I want you guys to understand this is also in Spanish. Everything that we do is in English and Spanish. So you guys have everything. See, all these documents are Spanish. Everything is in English and Spanish. You just got to click on the button. If you're on your phone, it's automatically going to take you to Spanish anyways. So those are the resources that we have that we want you guys to leverage. And more importantly, we want you to let your team know when they sign up so that they have all these resources. When I started, I didn't have any of this. I had nothing. I had to ask a bunch of questions. I had to create this. We want to make something super, super easy for you to do this. And big hats off to Lola, Evelyn, and Justin for making this happen. I gave them a bullet points and they turned this into a beautiful website. So please, please, please use this for your business. Now, what I want to talk about is the hardest part about this business. This is the most important part of this meeting, you guys. I want you guys to really intently listen to this, okay? The hardest part about this business, the most frustrating thing, the thing that's going to want to make you give up sometimes is talking to people consistently. You got to be very, very intentional with it. You got to have a plan every single day. And what I suggest is planning the day before who you're going to talk to. And I'm going to talk about some of the people that you could talk to in this business. Okay. But the important thing is you got to talk to people consistently. Okay. And you got to get into conversations. And what I like to talk about is what not to do. Okay. Don't vomit on people about this business. Don't just get all excited and the first thing out of your mouth is just talking about all the amazing things that this device does and this amazing business and how much money you can make. Don't do that. Can you mute them? You can't do that, you guys. And the other thing is don't talk about it being a network marketing or direct sales. Now, if somebody asks, I don't avoid it. I say it's a direct sales compensation plan, but the cool thing about this is there's no other competition out there. This is not a Me Too product. We're not competing with anybody else. We're not even competing with retail or stores. Okay. I don't talk about how much money you can make. I don't talk about the comp plan. Not right away. That's not what I launch into. What I do is I leave people with themselves. And I want you to understand this. When you leave people with themselves, you're not leaving people with you. And how you do that is by asking people questions about themselves, family, vacation, hobbies, how they're doing. But the most important question that you can ask anybody is about their identity, because it's something that they don't get to talk about. And identity is what people spend a majority of their time doing. Now, a stay-at-home mom is an identity. It's a hard job. It's a difficult career to be a stay-at-home mom. But most people spend 8 to 10 to 12 hours a day doing something for work. And so I like to ask people, like, what do you do? Now, if it's someone that you know, I just ask them how it's going. If it's someone that I don't know, I'm going to ask them, what do you do for a living? How do you make money? And then I'm going to be like, wow, I'm going to be engaging. I'm going to get in that conversation with them. I'm going to ask more questions. And then I'm going to say to them this. So tell me one thing that you really love about what you do. And the reason I ask this question, you guys, is because a lot of people don't love what they do. And they're going to tell you that. And I don't ask these questions to get answers to react, okay? If you react and you try to sell somebody something, you're not leaving them with themselves. I ask this question for information. Information is knowledge. Knowledge allows me to have different conversations with people. So they say, "Oh, I don't really love anything about what I do." I don't say, "Oh, wow, I got it. I got your solution. I got something you're gonna love doing." No, 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 don't go into that. Be like, wow, I'm sorry to hear that. Why do you say that? Give more information. Let them talk. Let them talk. Let them talk. And then I say, well, if you could change one thing, Arlie, about what you do every day, if you could change one thing about it, what would it be? And make people think, because a lot of people don't think about this, or maybe they think about it in the back of their head. And you're like, you know what I would change? I would change not having to sit in traffic all day driving to work. You know what I would change? I would change, I would spend more time with my family. You know what I'd change? I'd make more money. You know what I'd change? I'd have a different boss. They're going to tell you. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cater my presentation later on when we get there to them. If you're listening to them, and now I'm speaking to your pain points, the conversation is different. You can't have, now you can have basic information, which I'm going to share with you in a minute. You could say the same thing over and over and over again, which is your 30-second commercial. But I'm going to tweak it based on what you told me you don't like. So I want you to have your 30-second commercial prepared, because what's going to happen when you engage someone this much? They're going to say, well, what do you do? Well, what do you like about your job? Well, what would you change about your job? And that's when you got to have your 30-second commercial ready. And my 30-second commercial is this. I'm not telling you to give them my 30-second commercial. You need to prepare your own. But my 30-second commercial is this. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I have 8 different businesses, but the one that I'm most excited about right now is my stem cell business. Now you can say the same thing. You can say, listen, I have 2 jobs. I got a stem cell business and I work for the post office. But the one that I'm most excited about is my stem cell business. You could say the same thing that I say, okay? And when they say stem cell business, what is that? And that's when I say, wait, you've not heard of this? Oh my God, this thing has changed my life more than anything that I've ever worn in my entire life. I can't believe you haven't heard of this. You really haven't heard of this? Like this thing has helped me sleep better. I have no discomfort in my body. I constantly had discomfort in my body, in my knee, and my shoulder, and my elbow. I have more energy than I've ever had in my entire life. My mental clarity is better than I could ever imagine when I was 25 years old. And these are all true things, right? And they're like, well, how do I get it? Oh, that's easy. One of three ways. You can either buy it retail for $150 a month, but nobody really does that because you can get it for $99 a month wholesale with an auto ship that you can cancel anytime. Or, dude, I'm so passionate about this. I share this with everyone, and the company pays me for every person I share it with. Which one sounds most appealing to you? That's my 30-second commercial. And I give them an option. If they want to buy it as a customer, cool. I'm not pushing on you in that situation, in that conversation. All right, great. Yeah, listen, let me send you a link. You can get it for 99 bucks and I'll set you up. Because I know once they have a transformation, Lori, I know once they have that transformation, they're going to become a brand partner. But if you try to push people in a direction that they're not comfortable being in, you're going to lose them altogether. But if they say, I would love to share it. Oh, dude, man, I'm going to teach you everything. Listen, we have all the resources that you need to launch a business. This is the coolest thing. You own the business. You have complete control over building this business out. And my business partner and I, we're going to teach you exactly what you need to do. If they say want to be a customer, cool. Hey, listen, let me just let you know. If you get three other people to buy this, you get yours free every month. Isn't that cool? It's a cool thing about the company. You get three other people to buy it, the company's going to give you yours for free every month. You don't have to pay for it. So those are the things that I'm going to say to people and how I'm going to leave them themselves. Okay. Now, this is what I also do. During that conversation, I'm going to give you guys some open-ended questions. Okay. Once you talk about the stem cells, this is questions that I ask. Well, what do you know about stem cells, Lori? And most people are going to say, I don't know anything. I know they're expensive. I know you can't get them in the United States of America. I know you got to go to Panama or you got to go to Mexico to get them. I say, well, let me tell you one thing, and I'm gonna slow this down for you guys, right? This is what I want you guys to learn. You don't need to talk like a doctor. You don't need to talk like a scientist. You need to talk like a human being that anybody can understand. And that this is the only thing I say about stem cells. I say, do you know between the age of when you were born and 30 years old that 50% of your stem cells are dormant in your body? Isn't that crazy? You know what's even crazier? You know, between the age of 30 and 60, 95% of your stem cells in your body are dormant. You know what stem cells do? Stem cells keep inflammation out of your body. Stem cells keep you from aging. Stem cells help keep disease out of your body. Stem cells are very, very vital in us not aging. That's why we see people over the age of 60 go off a cliff because they don't have stem cells there to keep them young anymore. And what this scientist has invented is going to extend life and keep people healthier longer. Like it's cool to live long, but if you live long and not healthy, that's not fun. His objective is to keep people healthy for a long period of time. And that's what I love about this device. The other thing cool about this device is it's non-transdermal. There's nothing going into your body whatsoever. There's no drugs, stimulants, chemicals, nothing. It's the coolest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And it has a patent, Arlie. This guy took 10 years and $4.5 million to patent this product with clinical studies. You can't get a patent unless it does what it says it does. And that's the coolest thing about this device. Now, you guys can say a little bit of that. You can rewatch this over and over and over again and practice this. But this is the conversation that I have with every single person. If I'm in a sauna and I have it on the back of my neck and someone says, is that a glucose monitor? Ah, I'm never gonna have a glucose monitor. This is a stem cell patch. I'll never have to wear that thing. They're like, what is that? You you've not heard of this? You living under a rock? No, I don't say that. What do you mean you haven't heard of this? And it gets me into a conversation. The other things that I'll ask people is I'll just be like, hey, how's your day-to-day energy level? I see somebody drinking a cup of coffee at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. How's your energy level? Oh, God. I need this colada. I need this espresso. I need this coffee, man. I need to get through the day. This is a true story, you guys. I quit drinking coffee when I started wearing this patch. I don't crash. I don't need it anymore. Now, a lot of people enjoy coffee, so I drink mushroom coffee now for the flavor, but it doesn't have the caffeine. It doesn't have the pesticides in it. So, but it gets me into a conversation. I look for people with discomfort or pain walking around. What's going on? What happened? You might, I have something here. I would love to see if I could take your pain away in 15 seconds. People are like, "Yeah, I've had this pain for 10 years. Can I see if I can take it away in 10 seconds? This is a non-transdermal patch. It just works with your copper peptide and stem cells in your body. You mind if let me just see if I can take it away. And what I do is I have LifeWave with me all the time, you guys. I do the ice wave and then I put the stem cell on the other side of the white patch. And I tell them, listen, this ice wave is going to be temporary. This stem cell patch is permanent. You got to wear it every single day and you got to drink at least half your body weight in ounces and you're going to remove that pain. I had pain in my elbow, my knee, and my shoulder, and I have zero now. And when you put that ice wave on somebody and it removes 70 to 90% of their pain, they're like, okay, what is this voodoo you just did on me? And it gets me into the conversation. Somebody drinking an energy drink. I'm gonna go up to them and I'm gonna say, do you know what the ingredients are on the back of that can? Have you ever looked? Tell me what ingredient you recognize on the back of that can. And they'll turn it around, and the only ingredient you'll recognize on the back of a Red Bull is caffeine and water. But everything else is just junk that people are pouring into their bodies. So it just gets me into the conversation. I rented a car 2 weeks ago. I heard the guy over talking, saying, "Oh, this is my fourth Red Bull," and I was like, "What?" And I got the whole counter on patches. Four of them are in the business with me because I talked about what this patch did. When I returned my car, I went inside and I was like, "How do you feel with that thing?" He was like, "Oh my God, this is life changing. I don't crash anymore. I don't feel like crap anymore. Every day I felt like crap after I was edgy." Listen, you guys can target people on direct sales on social media. The company pays 60% of its revenue to the field. No company out there does that. The company doesn't care if you do another direct sales company or not. They have an abundance mindset. If you want to do another direct sales company, cool. They understand that that's going to be more loyalty to us. Have conversations with those people. Social media, you guys. I'm just giving you guys ideas. Social media. Do videos. On that technology training, you guys, I gave out prompts to use in social media. I mean, using ChatGPT. Tell ChatGPT that you are the number one network marketer in the world, and I want to schedule for the X39 patch to post on social media with hooks in the first 3 seconds, and I want you to give me scripts. Download to your phone teleprompter. You could put the script on your phone, look at the camera on the phone, read the teleprompter, and do a video, and you could post videos about the LifeWave. I want to make it funny. I want to make it, serious. Whatever you want to do, ChatGPT will give you all of that information that you need to create videos. Now, this is the thing about videos. A lot of people don't like to do them, and that's your ego because you're afraid what people are going to think. When you take a photo, who's the first and only person you look at in the photo? Yourself. I know this because my wife takes photos all the time. And she's like, it's a great picture, and my eyes are closed. I have a problem keeping my eyes open when I take photos. So I'm like, babe, my eyes are closed. She says, oh, no, it's a great picture of you, but not so much me. Same thing with videos, you guys. When you do a video, you're very self-critical of your videos, of what you say, ahs, oh my God, I stuttered, I didn't say this right. It doesn't matter, you guys. The more unperfect you are, the better because you're more relatable. Don't try to be perfect because then people are gonna be like, I can never be Arlie. I can never be Lori. I can never be Jessica. You don't want to be perfect. So do videos. The other tip I would give you with videos, when you do the video, don't watch it, post it. If you watch it, you will never post it. And you'll take 3 hours to do one video. Just be natural, just do it. If it's not perfect, cool. Make fun of yourself. Make fun of yourself. That's the best thing in the world when you're doing a video. You're like, I messed it up, but who cares? And just keep going. It's gonna go viral because nobody does that, you guys. Everyone wants to be perfect on social media. Don't be perfect. Okay? Friends and family. You guys, this is the hardest people to talk to. They're the hardest because they're the most critical and they know you the best. But they're the best to practice on. Let them hold you accountable. Tell them what you're going to do. Tell them what you're going to accomplish. And then in 6 months, they're going to follow you. But start practicing on them. Start talking about what we're talking about tonight. People you went to school with and worked in the past. I haven't talked to them in forever. Pocket dialing. You're calling a Tom, you act like you're calling another Tom. Like, hey, Tom. Oh, wait. This is, oh, Tom. Oh my God. How you been? What are you up to? Where are you working? Oh, that sounds amazing. What do you love about it? What would you change about it? Then Tom's gonna be like, what are you up to these days? Oh my God, Tom. You're never gonna believe it. Now I got in the stem cell business. Best thing I've ever done in my entire life. I love it so much. Boom, get into your 30-second commercial. It's all about getting into that conversation, you guys. It's getting into the conversation. Right now, I just saw in my contacts, I have 4,700 contacts in my phone. Oh, I've had the same phone number for 30 years. 4,700 contacts. Just go through your contacts and call people you haven't called in a long time and act like it was an accident. Don't try to sell them right out the gate. Do what I said. How's life? Where you living? Do you have a family? Do you have kids? Just connect. And then the main question is, what are you up to these days? Where are you working? What are you doing? Oh, I'm staying home with the kids. Awesome. That's amazing. It's the hardest job ever, though. I can't imagine. That's what I would say. It's a hard job. What do you love about it? What would you change about it? And they're gonna say, "Hey, Sue, what are you up to these days?" Boom, 30-second commercial. And then when you invite them in to the opportunity, just ask people for feedback. Listen, man, there's a call tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. I'm doing it with my partner. I'm going to be on this call. I would love to get your feedback and see what you think about it. You down for that? All right, cool. I'll send you a link. That's how you get people to the call. Ask, opinion, feedback. It's about a 15-minute call. Don't tell them it's a 30-minute call. I try to get them to 20, 25. Tell them it's 15 minutes. If they want to stay 30 minutes, cool, but at least get them to the call. But the main thing you guys need to do is you need to patch people, you guys. You got to get these patches on people. That's why you got to have extra. I give out 10 every time. I have envelopes. I used to have a little baggie. Then it looked kind of like drug dealerish when I was giving them out. Then I got the envelopes from LifeWave. Get them on their website. These little envelopes right here. They have a tape on the back. You could put 10 in, close it up. And then I actually patch people. When I talk about it, I open it in front of them and I put the patch on their back for them. Tell them how to wear it, when to wear it, how much water to drink. But if you do that, you're going to have a lot more success. Don't guarantee they're going to feel something in 3 days. Don't make that mistake. Tell them it could be 3 to 90. Just depends on you, depends on your body, depends on how much you wear this. All right. So we have some comp training on our website. You would be better off to go watch that. I'm not going to go through it here because it's just going to be confusing. The comp is getting enhanced. The company is doing an amazing, amazing enhancement to our comp. That's going to happen probably November, December, January. I'm not sure when exactly. They just want to make sure all the technology works. But it doesn't matter. Whatever you're doing now is going to help you when that comp takes place. So if you're not doing anything now, it's not going to help you. If you start doing something now, it's going to help you enhance and take advantage of that enhanced comp. Um, Right now, that's all I have for tonight. I know it was a lot. I hope it was helpful. And I like to open it up for questions for you guys to have any questions over anything that I covered or anything in the business that you guys have questions about. This is an opportunity. Like, listen, you can ask me in Spanish because I have an interpreter, so I understand everything that you're saying. Um, and or if you have a testimonial about this, I would love you to share it with Justin in the chat so he could do a little video with you on how to share it. Or if you have any questions whatsoever, ask the question now. That's why I leave like 10 minutes at the end for you guys to ask questions. So does anybody have any questions that they have about the business or about talking to people or if you want to give me an example of what you're saying and getting help with that, whatever you guys want, this is your time. As well as I will launch your business. So I want to let you know that. So if you get, 4 to 5 people on a call, just you and me and them, I will launch your business. I will do an opportunity call. I will help you close them. And or if you want to have a 15-minute conversation with me about the business, you can reach out to Lola and Justin and they'll schedule that on my calendar. I do those calls twice a week and we can get on and talk about your business. I want you guys to know I'm here to help you. So any questions you guys have? Is there anything in the chat, Lola or Evelyn? I'm sorry, Lola's not on here.
Por ahora no hay preguntas en el chat.
No questions
Or
in
you
the
don't have to
chat.
put in the chat. You can unmute yourself and we can talk. No questions?
Hey Jay, we
Okay,
can't hear
guys.
you.
What's that?
Now we can.
Yo, you couldn't hear me?
We couldn't hear you for a moment.
Okay. Okay, guys. If there's no questions, I'm gonna let you guys go. But understand this is your moment. You guys can ask anything you want. I know I had tons of questions when I started, but anytime you have any questions on Mondays and Wednesdays, we open it up for questions. So thank you guys for joining. Have a wonderful night, and I hope to see you guys really, really soon.